Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Jayfeather X17Z trailer. Got a cool little trailer here. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, and get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration. Your campsite, your awning, leave room for that to come in and out. Your off campsite, I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power cord, all the way at the rear of your driver's side of your tow vehicle, and then your city water is going to be just ahead of your tire. That's where you hook up at the campsites. Then I want you to think about your bunks. Got one down already, show you how to bring the other one down in a moment, but leave plenty of room for them to fold down, nothing to impede them. Once you arrive, first thing you do is level your unit. You can put a stick on level on the side of this, crank it up or crank it down to your level. Once you've got your unit level, we're going to go ahead and stabilize it. On all four corners of the unit, you have your stabilizing jacks. 3/4 inch hand crank. Simply crank them down, as I do. I'm going to mention stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris, hot blacktop in the summer. Use your 10% off coupon, grab a 4-pack of those and run these down just until they're taut. So there are pads down there, we're going to run these down just until we have any type of resistance on our hand crank and we know we're down far enough. Remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. You can use a drill gun or an impact driver. I recommend that if you do, you slow down when you get to the bottom. Because remember, you don't want to lift this unit at all. We're already level. Your rear stabilizing jacks are right there. Once we got our unit level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Your power cord, 30 amp cord, conveniently stores inside. Just tuck it away when you're done or pull it out when you get there. At the end of that 30 amp, if you ever need to plug into a 110, there's a 30 to 110 adapter in your convenience pack. Got our power hooked up. Let's do our water. At the campsite, you hook up to the city water connection here. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. You don't know what water pressure is at different campsites, so utilize this. Stick that in there. Hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Come to the front here to your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, make sure the drain plug's back in. You may have took it out the last time you were camping, draining your hot water heater. Once that's in there nice and snug, you can go ahead and turn on your hose. After your hose has been on a couple minutes, go inside, open up your water taps. Once water's flowing out of there, no more air in the lines, you can shut them off. Then you can turn on your hot water heater from indoors. Say we're going to go boondocking. We're not going to hook up to a city water connection. We're going to fill up our freshwater tank. Potable water only. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply fill this up with a hose. 2 ways to tell when it's full. There's an overflow valve right there, or on the inside where you check the levels of your battery and your other tanks. Your freshwater button, hold that down, that'll tell you when this is full. Just remember, when using this potable water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when you're hooked up to city water, that's already pressurized. All right, we're all set up to camp. I'm gonna walk you around the rest of the outside unit. Starting back up here at your hot water heater. Below that, your stabilizing jack. A couple of low point drains here. That single one's gonna be for your fresh water or potable water. Those doubles are when you're hooked up to city water. Outdoor shower, potable water, city water. That's a flue for your furnace. If you're running your furnace, steer clear of that. It'll get rather hot. Access to the back of your fridge. Tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. That's where we'll flush your black tank. There's where you hook your cable up. There's where we'll dump your black and gray tanks. You can store your sewage hose in here. Your power. Get your back bunk down. Show you how to open those up with the front bunk. Awning lights, outdoor speakers. This is a vent for your microwave. There's also prep for a TV out here. You can get a clamp, a backer that'll clamp on there. Cable of 110 for your TV. Here's a lip for a griddle. And right there is a quick connect LP. And your storage with your hitch work. Your propane is on a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty-loosey to open. And your spare tire. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look inside your unit. Before we do, let me show you how to open these. Use your key. Pull these down. Get a hold of this. You can use your handle down there. Pull this down. Once you got this down, we're going to pull this canvas over the edges here. Then we'll head inside. First thing I like to point out inside your unit is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. Immediately in the door on the floor over here is going to be your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mentioned this is 12 volt is it's always running off your battery. So if you do go out boondocking, you don't have anything plugged in charging your battery, if you're going to be gone for the day, disconnect one of your battery posts to keep this running your battery down while you're gone. Underneath that, access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Immediately up in here is your awning control. Your awning, you're just going to run that out until that flap falls down to 90 degrees. Once you can see your gray bar, you're out far enough. Exterior and interior lighting. I'll run your awning back in here for you. Alright, close door and continue around your unit. So your sink area, self-explanatory microwave. You have a fan and a light above that. So your stove, set it to light, hit your spark. When your gas is on, you'll get your flame back there. Same thing on the oven. Hit this to pilot to hold, push to hold. You do have a pilot light in there. So open up your bed now. Underneath this cushion will be this bar with this curved end on this end, shepherd's hook on this end. We're going to turn this around, shepherd's hook up on this end. I'm going to tuck that right in like so and push that out. You need to move that over. You see those two screws that need to be between those. That way it's going to be centered. Push that out and just tuck this right up in there. Your mattress out. And there's your sleeping quarters. You have another sleeping quarters here. You jackknife this bed, there's your storage. Jackknife your sofa down to a bed. And if you lift your tabletop up, remove these legs, set your tabletop on here, put your back cushions on top of this, and that will give you another bed. One individual lighting here. Turn on your TV here. While I do, this is your antenna. All the way to the left when you're traveling. When you get to the campsite, push up and crank it out to the right. There's your TV. Speaking of your TV, when you arrive at the campsite, before you run your digital channel scan, come over here and make sure that this button's pushed in and you have a green light. Here's where you check your tanks. Your fresh battery, or your brand new battery, your fresh water tank, black and gray tanks. Here's where you turn on your water pump if you're using potable water. Your water heater if hooked up to gas. Your water heater if you're on electric. Here's your furnace. Turn that on, turn the heat up. There's your furnace kicking on. I'll shut that off. You'll notice your furnace takes a few minutes to shut off. Up here, your AC. Crank that up, working nicely. Over here, Furion sound system. AM, FM, Bluetooth, DVD, nice system, dual zoned. So we'll get some music in here.
The Democratic governor here and the Republican.
Exterior, interior.
Been the state health secretary.
Cut that off. Your Norcold fridge. Turn it on here. Here's your modes. AC, gas, or auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you'll have a light over here on gas. Temperature set, 1 through 5, 1 through 9 being the coldest. And 4 down there is your register. In your bathroom, I just want to mention in here is where your 110 with GFCI resets at. You have lighting down here. A hand crank open power exhaust up here. That about covers everything on the inside. It's act like we're leaving the campsite. So the first thing I like to do is hit my interior light button. Then I can see if I've left any lights on that are individual. None. Next, I say doors and drawers. Make sure all your doors and drawers are closed and secure. Now we're going to close the unit up. For these bunks, simply take your teddy bear and just like pull it right up out of the way, push in, and pull this forward. That will lay down in there. Take this bar, put it inside your cushion here. We'll come back up in here and tuck that up in a moment. Same thing on the other end. Press that down, pull this forward. But of course on this end now, we have to lift this mattress up. On this end, this mattress will tuck right up against this wall. I can get unhooked from the bar down there. Alright. So your mattress will set like this. Take this bar, put it inside the mattress. You see how that bar lays down in there? Head outside. Tuck these in. See if I can do this one-handed. And lift this up. The biggest thing is we're going to make sure all the canvas is tucked in. The other side. Tuck. And lock. Repeat the process on the other end. Got our unit closed up. We are going to bring up our stabilizing jacks, unhook our power and cable, unhook our water. Taking care of those 4 items, we're going to come to our low point drains. Again, if you're out dry docking, you open up that single one. If you're at a campsite, open up both of those. Come to your hot water heater. Lift up on this pressure release valve. That's going to dump all your hot water out, so be careful. Once you're done, make sure you close that, otherwise your door won't open or will not close. And then you can pull your low point drain. Or your drain plug. And head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's going to be right behind your rear tire. Hook up your hose, comes in your convenience pack, and pull that black holding tank. And once it sounds like that's no longer draining, you're going to leave that handle open. Again with your water pressure regulator. Hook up the hose at the dump station. Turn it on for a good 5 minutes, longer if no one's behind you. Wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. Unhook that hose. Close your black handle. And then pull your gray handle. Your gray handle is going to be cleaner waters, your sinks, your showers, and it's going to clean your sewage hose out for you. And instead of a bumper, you can store your sewage hose conveniently right in here. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Jayfeather for many years to come. Happy camping.